Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gulawan Henchunha, and my partner is Nachaya Balakashin. We are going to talk about the story that will lead our character, Kim Park, and make decision about integrity research. We will start with introduction, detail of this story, and the last fit or prevent this story. First of all, we would like to introduce the main characters in this game. These are the characters in the lab. Dr. Aaron Henchens is a principal investigator of this lab. Greg is a postdoc who is a rockstar in this lab. Dr. Henchens has different standards for Greg because Greg is been with Dr. Henchens since he was a grad student. And Hatix is one of this lab's postdoc, who is Kim's friend. This is Kim Park, who is my assigned character. She is a third-year graduate student who is almost done with all of her coursework, have already co-authored 2 journal articles, and is way ahead of schedule to receive her PhD. And the last, Steve, he is a graduate student too. He is Kim's close friend. An article Greg submitted was accepted. He lists Kim as a co-author because he used some data from her rotation projects from 3 years ago. He should have asked Kim first, but he didn't do it. He should show her a draft of the paper, but Greg needs Kim to sign this final copy right now because it has to go out that day. The choice that we should is tell him we need to read it. She is not just to go to cite this. She need to read it first. But Greg tell her it need to go out that day. Kim don't talk about war and peace with Greg. She wants Greg to leave the article with her and he can come back later for it. While Kim is reading the article, Steve pursued her to do other activities. Kim thinks her experiment is such a small part of the article, she can read it after it is published. And Kim decides to read the article. Then she reads it again and again. She noticed something that is not right. Those were not the results that she remembered from her rotation project. She figured her mom would be a good person to talk to about the article. Kim's mom thinks maybe Greg or someone made a mistake, or maybe the data was changed on purpose to match the outcome someone wants. Kim wants to do something, but her mom don't want Kim to mess things up for herself because Kim is almost finished. Kim will be a doctor soon. We should to seek out more advice about what to do. Next day, Kim declines to seek out more advice. Getting advice has the potential to give her other perspective that can help her make better decisions. We decline to talk to Kim's PI, Dr. Henchens. Kim contemplates talking to Dr. Henchens about Greg, but then she remembers that Greg is Henchens' golden boy. We insist that we really want to talk to her PI about Greg. She explained that what Greg has in this article is different than what she remembered from her rotation project. This is maybe a careless mistake, but PA assured her that Greg would never do anything that least bit questionable. Kim tried to show notes that she recorded, but she don't have the original film or the backup digital copies. After she talked to Dr. Hankins, nothing appears to change. She tried to talk to someone else. We should to talk to respected former undergraduate professor. Her suggestion is Kim should consult Rio. It is actually the Rio's job to look into things like this. So she should seek more advice. So we should to contact the Rio, which is undergraduate professor, advise Kim.
Kim decided to contact the research integrated office or Rio via phone. She asked Dr. Risley, who is the research integrated officer, to get more information about her situation, but she hasn't told any detail yet. After hearing her question, Dr. Risley, she asks whether the situation is real or just hypothetical. Because if it's just hypothetical, there is no process. But if it's real, Kim must reveal her identity, and there's was to record interview. So now, as a component, we have right to be anonymous, but if we choose to reveal our identity, the rules will try to keep our names and the contents of our interview as confidential as they can. This can help curtail retaliation and any backlash. And what do you want to do if you were Kim? Keep things hypothetical or spill the beans? We choose to keep things hypothetical. Kim starts telling her situation but pretend that it's another one's situation. Then she asks how to report and how process run after reporting. Dr. Ridgely explains overview of the process in brief. First, she will ask the complainant come to office, meet face to face, and since Dr. Ridgely noticed that that is Kim's situation, but she pretended, so she asked Kim to come to office. What do you want to do next? Drop it or meet with Dr. Ridgely? The choice that we should is to meet with Dr. Ridgely. Later, Kim comes to Dr. Ridgely's office. Before Kim tells what happened, Dr. Ridgely wants to explain the detail about the process. First, do a preliminary assessment, talk to Kim as she do right now, look what Kim bought to support her suspect, and then she will go to talk to respondent Greg, let him know that there has been occasions about his work and give him a chance to show that his work is well supported. And if it's just be a misunderstanding, it will end there. But if he can't show well supported evidence, they will go to the next step. And Kim may be asked to testify, but other than that, she hasn't have any role. And what do you do next? Leave now or stay? The choice that we choose is to stay. Because Kim concerned that her question about Greg will make some people mad, so she asks how we all can protect her. Dr. Ridgely tells that Kim always has the option to keep this confidential, except some person needs to know, absolutely need to know for processing. But it might be obvious for some kid who made the complaint, and if there is any retaliation, they will take steps to protect Kim. They will work with Kim's department head and Kim's PI to make sure that the retaliation stops. Finally, Kim decided to tell Dr. Ridgely what she knows about the situation with Greg and the other girl. Later, Dr. Ridgely showed up to Kim's lab and talk to Greg, and then she not satisfied what she see and hears, and she bring in her team to sequester data. More people in the lab figure out that who is complainant, and they pick side. Unfortunately, Rio can protect complainant from being ostracized. Rio are able to protect complainants if there is retaliation that affects their employment or education. After that, Kim also felt the backlash. Critic dishes become mysteriously contaminated. Some of her samples get ruined because someone removed them from the freezer before time. Dr. Hutchins tries to protect Kim by relocating her further away from Greg, but he stopped approving the kinds of experiment that Kim is due to do, and gave a reason that her experiment overlapped too much with Greg's, and he wanted to completely separate Greg and Kim. And this sets back her research that Kim needs to do to complete her dissertation. Eventually, it all becomes unbearable. Kim go back to Dr. Ridgely. They decide that the best thing to do is to transfer lab. In new lab, the emphasis here is not exactly the same as the Hutchins lab. That means Kim have to tweak her decision a little to fit it, and this pushed back Kim's graduation almost a year. Later, Kim get back home to see her mother. She decided to tell her mother that she has to push back her graduation. She is very concerned that her mother will be disappointed, but after confessing, her mother appreciates Kim very much and says Kim was a hero for protecting her lab. She is very proud of Kim. And this is what the game is showing after we finish. It shows we are key to bring Greg's misconduct to light and successfully navigated the challenge of the grad student.
No one can stop Greg doing misconduct, and Kim has done the best she could. Another person who can stop this misconduct is Greg's PI, Dr. Hutchins. He should review all data contained in the article. As Kim talked to Dr. Hutchins about Greg's article, she saw something different from her results in the article. Dr. Hutchins should examine the article at point that Kim suspects, instead of doing nothing, as he did in this game. Dr. Hutchins should have equal standards for everyone in the lab. Thank you for your attention.